What's up guys, CubeLeRubiks here, and this is the third week of March 2012 episode of TeChSuM. So last week on TeChSuM I was talking about the new iPad. So the new iPad basically is an iPad 3 with a new name called the new iPad. The new iPad and the iPad 2, there is much of a difference. There are quite a lot of differences, and I actually realized it like a couple days ago. The first thing is that the new iPad is thicker than the iPad 2. It's about 0.03 inch thicker, which is sort of a big difference, and it is also, I think it's also heavy, but it does work with 4G LTE, so I think I'm really happy with that. Well, now you can use iPad for 3G and 4G by using like the AT&T Verizon, and I'm really happy with that. And there is no special what do you call it? The special designs for Apple, because like the Galaxy Note, the unlocked version and the AT&T version was a big difference. The screen was a little bit lower, except there are 4 touch buttons on AT&T and 1 physical button with 2 touch buttons on the unlocked version. So there's no difference, but the 4G LTE version has this black thing on the back, which I was really surprised about, and the Wi-Fi one didn't have it. So basically the Wi-Fi one's basically like an iPod Touch that is just the screen bigger. It's also twice as much as pixels as the previous iPad, because it has I think it's a 2048, which is basically twice as big, and it's really clear when you look at books. There are photos on Apple. You can check it out. On Apple, it says that there are like this iBook thing, and you can, if you watch it, the new iPad has a more clear thing. So I'm really surprised with that. Well, I am not planning to get the new iPad, but I really want to talk to you about the new iPad. And the new iPad, I think it's a really good thing to use, and maybe the iPad 2 is sort of got pushed off. So yeah. So last tip about the iPad: if you go to the Apple store maybe, and there are 2 things left, you're the last person in line, or you're maybe the first person in line, there are only 1 left of each iPad 2 and iPad 3, I really recommend the iPad 3 or the new iPad instead of the iPad 2, because the new iPad, you know, it has these special things than the iPad 2, because the iPad 2 is good, and it is lighter and thinner, but I don't really care about the thickness or the heaviness. I just care about how it works, and it's about the utility. So if you go into, I really recommend the new iPad. I am also waiting for the GalaxyS3 and iPhone 5. Want to get it and see the differences between them, and I really want to see like the differences between them. So I have to say, if you're waiting for the Galaxy S3 or the iPad, or not the iPad, but the iPhone 4S, you can choose from either one. But I'm gonna say it's 100% sure that the Galaxy S3 will come out first in April or May, but at least I'm gonna get it. So, and it's not gonna, about June or July maybe, there will be an iPhone 5, and maybe it works with 4G LTE. Now the iPad, the lawsuit that they both filed between Samsung and Apple, they both sort of won and lost, but Samsung won the one that had the money about the copying the special utility and stuff like that. And yeah, so Samsung won that one, so that's why Samsung, the new iPad, if it gets sold, like if there's like tons of them sold, then Samsung is gonna get like a whole bunch of money for the 4G LTE, which Samsung made for the technology. So thank you for listening. This was the third week of March 2012 episode of TeChSuM, and I am really excited to get the new iPad, not the new iPad, but the new smartphone that I'm gonna get, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.